the manager is in Verizon Wireless now, as Dave Trembley on his post-game comments.
Knew coming into today, especially after last night's game, our work was going to be cut out for us. With Price being a power pitcher, and he pitched very well, right along with the other two guys that started against us. So, it's not the end of the world. We haven't played well. We expect that we'll play better. We'll go on the road and see if we can get one under our belt. Okay? Go ahead.
What were you saying with Ferguson today?
Kind of similar to what I saw the last time he pitched. Sporadic with movement on his sinker. A lot of pitches flat. Granny was talking to him a lot in between innings, mechanically getting underneath some pitches. And obviously, when you give good teams, and Tampa's showing that they're a good team, you give them a little crack and a little opening. They took advantage of it right in the first inning there. But Ferguson is not showing the consistent movement on his sinker that we saw earlier in the spring. Great job by Birkin. Saved the bullpen. Came in and threw strikes. Pitched last night. Comes in and throws, a lot of pitches today. And did very well.
Just how troubling and frustrating was the first time? Just how troubling and frustrating was the whole first time?
Well, it's not how you draw it up. You didn't want to come in here and start like this. We certainly had a lot of opportunities to win our fair share of the games, and we didn't. So losing, ought to just say how frustrated and disappointed everybody is. A lot of baseball to play, though. A lot of baseball to play.
They announced during the game that Gonzalez been placed on the DL.
Uh-huh.
Where do you go from here?
Well, I was hoping we'd get the bullpen straightened out, kind of get him back in order mechanically. Obviously, that we've got to go another route now. We'll talk about it on the plane with Kranis. There'll be a corresponding move, which I don't know if they've made yet. They have not announced that yet. We'll see who that person is that gets called up. But we'll have to do some rearranging in the bullpen.
Can we make the assumption, because JJ did it some last year, 10 saves last year, that he would be the first guy to go to?
He would get that consideration. Dave,
does this news on Gonzalez make you rethink it all this spring and what you knew and maybe didn't know about him, or do you think this is new?
I believe it's new because when he came in before the game today, I asked him how long this has been going on. He said his shoulder's been bothering him, and he told me the last couple days. That's the answer that I got from Mike, so that's where I take it.
Do you know how long he's going to be out? I mean, obviously 15 days.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't. I believe he's going to get an MRI or an MRA. I don't believe they've gotten results back on that yet. I'm sure that information would lend itself towards us knowing maybe a little bit better how long he'll be out.
How tough of a blow is that, considering you were counting on him at one point pretty close? You don't have Koji available. Mm-hmm. You have to pretty much mix and match now completely.
Well, our work's cut out for us, even more so after, losing the amount of games that we've lost. We haven't started out anyway like we expected. Everybody's disappointed. No one's happy with it. No one's accepting it. We'll just have to play better and do better, and everybody will just have to step up. You lost your leadoff guy. Now you lost your closer. Opportunities are there for other people to make a positive contribution to the club.
Any light at the end of the tunnel with Koji? Have you heard anything?
He threw a sideline yesterday, another one, which was, the 13th? I don't know what the next step is with that. I'm sure he'll continue to progress accordingly and get himself ready, to come here.
Dave, what did you see when the ball hit to Raimel that got past him?
I saw him miss it. Flat out miss it.
Just clarification, the other error or the other misplay between Miggy and Isturis. Whose ball did that seem to be?
Isturis was calling it and then communicated to Tejada that he couldn't see it. He lost it in the sun. I don't believe he said it in English, but he said it in Spanish. That's what I was told by our infield coach.
Dave, you have to, I mean, obviously you're going to try to stay positive. You're going to stay positive. But you have a ball drop. Guy loses the ball in the sun, and then, of course, Pena does what Pena does.
Yeah,
Do you even have 2 seconds of saying, why is this happening in your mind?
Well, obviously, when it snowballs like this, maybe this is the final purge. Maybe we got it all out of our system. Maybe this is the last of it. Let's hope. It can't go on forever. You know, when you're winning, you think you're invincible. Everything goes your way. You can't wait. You ride that thing out as long as you can, but you eventually know it's going to end. On the other side, when you're losing and you continue to lose a lot of games like we have, you go to yourself, hey, could anything possibly happen to make it any worse? You finally just want to, get it all done with, and let's see if we can go in another direction. It eventually will go that way. You hope it's sooner than later. It's not pleasant. It's not fun. It's nothing to downplay, but it's obviously something that wears on everybody. All righty?